Reverb's best friend is volume. See, if this track didn't have reverb, I would put it a little bit louder. But as I'm adding reverb, and notice this is a very different reverb than what you usually add to guitar. But in this case, the reverb makes the guitar so evident that you have to turn down the volume. This is really just a preset with 30 milliseconds pre-delay, which is not, but I call it pre-delay. So since that wasn't very clear, let's go on to the next part. Saturation. How to use saturation. Well, the first thing is, why do you use saturation? You want to add that tiny, shiny touch of quality, right? Well, the thing is, to get that, you have to dial in the saturation until it gets to the highest peaks and makes them uniform. If you don't do that, if you okay, wait a second. Reverb. Ah yes, I know what this is important. You don't want to change the volume of the case of an auxiliary reverb. You don't want to change the volume of the snare. I mean, you can change it if you want, if you feel to, but I've never had the need to. So in the case of snare reverbs, volume is not your friend. Just add the reverb on top of whatever the perfect snare volume is. So back to saturation, adding a little bit of shine because it sounds too mid-rangey. It didn't work. Or maybe a little. Anyways, that's compression, it's some sort of. And after that, of course, there's compression, the compressor. So this snare is being compressed. You can see in the gain reduction meter in the fader. See? Even at 0, it's getting the highest, the loudest. And then once it's compressed, you add the saturation. Since it is compressed, every hit is going to reach the saturation threshold at the same level, and we create the same tiny, shiny quality touch, the same one for every hit, because of the compressor. So that's how you use saturation. That's why you use a compressor before the preamp when you are recording, to make the most out of your super expensive NIF preamp. What's this? Oh, maybe the toms benefit from this. Okay, let's find. Oh, there it is. To see the real amount of signal is reaching the threshold, you'd have to turn the output, because the BU is post output control. Notice how the position of the toms sounds more real, more focused when you engage the saturation. how they both sound more similar. The tom track has been processed and it's already compressed a lot. I'll show you in a minute. If you don't compress, then one hit is going to sound one way or another. If you compress, both are going to reach the threshold the same way. So these songs have a lot of compression. Curiously, Neutron do it the other way around, between the EQ and the compression. Although, yeah, it's after compression as well, because the sculpture is a compressor. So back to reverb. Oh yeah, the crash cymbal is too compressed. Because I only want to catch the snare in this case. So let's explain the reverb thing and the volume with these guitars. Yeah, you will see it clearly here. See how the reverb makes it to present? And now when you turn down the volume, it makes it distant. On the other hand, if I don't add reverb, the guitars need more volume to be present in the mix. Literally. Well, I think this is the end. See you.